How's it going, everyone? This is Trixx Meta Smash, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some frame data. This is the first time we've done something like this. I put out a video yesterday, at least at the time of this recording, on Falco's Up Smash. We took a look at the hitbox, and it got a decent response from you guys, so I kind of wanted to go over some more frame data. This is going to be kind of in the, I guess, setting of a matchup, so Pikachu versus Joker. I really just chose these characters because they are pretty popular. A lot of people want to know how to fight them, or like how they can get away with certain things, how I sometimes feel like these characters have no lag, and it can really just be based on not knowing, obviously, the matchup, but not knowing the frame data or understanding how they can do certain things that seem like it just is broken, as a lot of people would say. So one of the first things I want to take a look at is just understanding what these different categories mean. So the first one, so if we take a look at the jab, this is obviously a frame 2 jab, which means the attack comes out after 2 frames, right? So frame 1 is start out, frame 2 is the hitbox is actually visible. You can see it right here. So next thing would be how safe or unsafe it is on shield. -12 or -13 is actually quite bad. We'll get into that later as to why that's not very good. And then the last one is just when the hitbox is actually active. So it's active from frame 2 to 3. So it's active for 1 or 2 frames. I think it's just 1 frame from frame 2 and ends on frame 3. So that's just for Pikachu. All these same things, like every single one of these categories is here for every single move. Doesn't matter who I'm looking at. Just to give you guys a quick overview of like what these different numbers mean. For anyone who doesn't know what this stuff means, or they've never seen this website ever before, I'm going to link it in the description. I'll actually link both of these if you want to take a look at these and reference them during the video or anything like that. You can literally type in or just go to the top, I think. Actually, I had these too small to see, or maybe it's down here. You can just click back and you can go to any character you want, so I'm trying to say. When you're taking a look at frame data for the very first time, you'll see a lot of these numbers and it might be very overwhelming, and you don't really know why a lot of this even matters, or you don't know what is important to actually know. But I'm not going to get into every single detail ever with both characters because that would be a lot, but I'm going to take a look at one of the most important things to know when you're trying to learn a matchup, and that would be what is safe or unsafe on shield. So essentially, what can you punish if they do this to your shield, and what can they punish you with if you do something on their shield? All right, so typically somebody would say that something is considered to be safe on shield universally if it's at least frame 5 or faster. Reason being is that you can't grab this move. If it's frame 5 or better on shield, it can't be grabbed. Most characters have a frame 6 grab out of shield. There are a lot of characters out there too that have moves that are faster than frame 6. For example, like I think Mario and Dr. Mario have frame 3 up Bs out of shield. So there's stuff like that. Lucina has a frame 5 up B out of shield. So yeah, there are characters that can definitely break that rule, I guess you could say. And there are some other things around how things can be technically spaced safe on shield. So even though the move itself is considered to be unsafe on shield, I'll take a look at Pikachu's. Say Pikachu's fair. I was gonna go with Never. We'll say Pikachu's fair. This is considered to be unsafe on shield because it's -10, but based on how Pikachu can drift forwards and backwards in the air and also cross up your shield, you can space this very safely so that when you land, if you land away from the shield, it is safe. So when this is trying to refer to is if they actually land right beside you on shield. That's when it's truly -10 on shield. All right. So let's take a look at a couple things here. So jab, for example, yeah, we'll start at the top. So with jab, it is a frame 2 move. But this move, there's a couple of weird characteristics about it that a lot of people don't know. So the first thing is, yes, it's -13 on shield, but I'm pretty sure it's also -12 or 13 on hit. And the reason for this is because there's no finishing hit, or there's no finishing hitbox. There's no finishing attack where it knocks your opponent away. So I've found, let me take a look. I know that this actually does work. I'm trying to find Joker's forward tilt. Here it is. So with forward tilt, I've been able to, if I'm playing as Joker, if a Pikachu is jabbing me, you can just hold forwards in A and just mash A, and as soon as you're able to get pushed far enough away from them, you can just automatically get a forward tilt every single time, and there's nothing they can do, because there is a fair amount of cooldown on this move before they can actually jump away from you. A lot of players will get hit by this move in shield, or they'll get hit like just outright, and then they'll either try and hold shield or roll away or jump away rather than try and punish Pikachu, when this is actually very unsafe. If you play Marth, and I know I'm looking at Joker and Pikachu here, but if you play Marth, the way that this mechanic works with this jab is if Pikachu is jabbing you, you can also just hold A, and as soon as you get pushed far enough away, you'll get a tipper jab every single time, which is actually pretty decent damage considering the Pikachu player is probably going to get like 7 or 8% on you, and you're going to get about 14 on them. So not an amazing trade, but it's obviously a lot better than just holding shield, because if you do hold shield, the Pikachu is hoping that you do that because either they can just jump away from you and not get punished, and they can get that jab on you for free, or they can just go and grab you, which is horrible, so you don't want that. So it's definitely good to know that you can push the Pikachu away just based on that type of frame data. Let me see. So for these tilts as well, we're going to use, just for this, we're going to use Pikachu hitting on shield, and then we're going to take a look at Joker acting out of shield. Okay. So, let's see. For Joker, his main 2 out of shield options, like for just very basic punishes, are going to be back air and then also up smash. Both of which are going to be frame 10 options. Up smash is just frame 10, and when you up smash out of shield, you skip the shield animation or the shield drop animation, and then back air also skips the shield animation, but you have your 3-frame jump squat. So let me see if I can find aerials. Yeah, back air frame 7 plus your jump squat is 3 frames, gives you frame 10. So you have a frame 10 option in both directions. All right. So with that being said, up tilt is a move that you could up smash or back air, provided that they are close enough to you. This move, they have to be pretty close to you to try and hit up tilt anyways. So you can hit that. If you try and go for Nair out of shield, Nair would be frame 15 out of shield. And if you happen to hit them, that would probably only be because they are spamming another move. Like let's say if they do an up tilt and then they try and do a second up tilt, you could hit them with Nair in that case. So you really have to pay attention to their habits and what they're trying to do on your shield. If you know they want to do, like let's say an up tilt and then Nair immediately, or an up tilt then go for a grab, you would be able to Nair out of shield in that case, because I'm pretty sure Pikachu's grab is frame 6 as well. I have to go back down. Is it down here? Specials. Frame 7 grab. So yeah, it's actually more time by 1 frame. Down tilt is a move a lot of Pikachu players will want to do quite a few times on shield, and this is only because if you do happen to drop shield and they hit you, you can get tripped, which sucks. And also if you try to do like a Nair or a Dare or anything, or a Bear, or any type of aerial out of shield, you're going to jump over him more often than not. So it's fairly safe. Also it is -5 on shield, so if you tried to grab this, he would be able to spot dodge. That's like the only thing he'd be able to do. Or jump away. If he holds shield, obviously you can grab. If he goes for a second one, since it's 7 frames of startup, your grab's probably going to be a frame 6 grab. You would be able to grab him if he is spamming this, right? If he just does it once, then jumps away, obviously very hard. You can't react to this either. It's frame 7. And just before anybody says what's reactable and what isn't reactable, typically as a rule of thumb, most players' reaction time is about 18 frames. So some people are faster, some people are slower, but that's just a rule of thumb. We typically say something is unreactable if it's faster than frame 18. Let me see. So another thing here, this is where it's a little bit more obvious. A lot of players, whether or not you know this based on the frame data, it's pretty safe to say that if someone does a smash attack on your shield, it can be punished, because like right here I have up smash -24, so you have 24 frames to punish. So in most cases, a lot of characters, if they have a fast enough forward smash, if they drop their shield and then go for a forward smash, they should be able to land this. Let me see, because dropping your shield is 11 frames, and then forward smash, depending on your character, let me see. I think Joker's is actually frame 16, so ironically he wouldn't be able to do it. He would be able to up smash it though. That'd only be 10 frames, so that's pretty easy. Since you do have 24 frames here, you could back her out of shield as Joker. That'd be 13, or that'd be 10 frames. You could Nair out of shield. This is actually huge. If a Pikachu, and this is very situational as well, if a Pikachu did happen to up smash your shield and you have Arsene as Joker, you have time to Dare out of shield. You can dare out of shield and go into an up smash. If they're a high enough percent, you can go dare into up air, dare into back air, dare into fair, pretty much dare into death. So very important to know that kind of stuff, because a lot of players I'll see, they don't know that they have time for stuff like that. So instead, they'll just go for a grab. It's like, okay, he up smashed my shield. He's close enough for me to hit him with something or like get a grab. I'm just going to go for a grab. Meanwhile, you could be doing things that are substantially better. Like I said, going for dare into up smash, dare into back air, stuff like that. Let me see. Another thing too, let me take a look. We'll go back down here. So pretty much where I'm trying to go with this is you want to take a look at, let's say for example, you do play Joker and you want to know this Pikachu matchup. And you feel like Pikachu's just pushing buttons on your shield and there's nothing you can do. And it's simply because you don't know what is punishable and what's not. So one really good way to learn a matchup is to kind of memorize a couple of these moves. You don't have to know everything. If you do know everything, obviously that's better. But if you don't know everything, at least try and memorize a couple moves that you know for sure are unsafe on shield. And these moves should not be obvious moves. I mean obvious moves is like, don't go out of your way to memorize smash attacks, because that's pretty universally obvious, unless it's Wolf. So for the most part with Pikachu, like his forward tilt for example, this is a move that he gets away with a ton because people just don't know that this is actually unsafe on shields. Minus 14, right? Minus 14, depending on the hitbox you get, could be minus 15 or minus 13, right? So if it is in fact minus 14 on shield, what can Joker do out of shield to punish this? He can grab, he can up smash, he can back air, he can nair. Let me see about, I don't know about dare. Where's dare? I'm going the wrong way. Dare. Frame 13. Probably, well, it depends. You probably could, you might be able to dare. If he goes for forward tilt and then shields, you wouldn't be able to hit him with dare. But if he goes forward tilt into down tilt, up tilt, tries to nair you, tries to do anything like that, then you could dare. Why would you want to go for dare? I don't know. I'm just saying you could. Let's see what else we got. But yeah, forward tilt's a move that he gets away with a ton. And like, if you just don't know that, hey, this is unsafe. Because the thing is, typically with forward tilt, at the very least, you, if they're far enough away and they're actually spacing it properly, you won't be able to grab this just because he's a decent range away from you. So that's where a lot of players will be like, okay, I guess if he's going to forward tilt me, I guess I'm just screwed. I just have to just hold that and do nothing. So knowing that you do have options, nair out of shield is probably your best option because you can fade forward, hit him if it's at low percent, you can tech chase or go for a grab. You could go nair out of shield into a down tilt, nair out of shield into a dash attack, nair out of shield into a grab, into a down throw, into a fair or into a tech chase, maybe even a juggle situation. You could go into an up throw, onto a platform with an up air, into a drag down. You can do so much stuff, and that's the thing, is if you know that there's these honestly mathematical just proof that if someone does this specific thing on your shield, there's nothing they can do to escape your punish game will go through the roof, because it's like, if you do this, I have a punish waiting for you on deck every single time that I know for a fact will work. So that's going to make players be like, okay, I can't spam a certain move because this person knows the matchup. And then part of knowing the matchup, of course, is knowing what you can punish. That's one of the most important parts, obviously knowing what you can punish, but also on your own end of it is how well can you punish this character based on getting that opening. Because if you're someone that, let's say for example, we'll keep up with the forward tilt. If they forward tilt your shield, right? You're playing as Joker, they forward tilt your shield and you just go for an up smash. Where's up smash? Just so I can get this right. I know it's frame 10. Yeah, 12% damage, right? So you could up smash him out of shield, and you'll probably land this, and you get 12%. And it's like, yeah, that is a punish. That's fine, but realistically, you could be getting so much more. And it's like, well, I can't grab him because he's spacing it too well, so he's too far away. But that's where, like I said before, if it is in fact minus 14, right, or minus 15 specifically. Unless they shield, and this is where things kind of go into play, unless they shield, which a lot of them won't, because it's going to forward tilt again or jump and nair, you'll be able to hit them with fair. I mean, not fair, sorry. You hit them with nair. If you have your back to them, you can hit them with back air, which is probably even better because it is a faster move. It's frame 10. That is definitely going to beat this. Let me see if I can find. I know I'm going all over the place right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, be frame 10 out of shield. That's it. Yeah, nair. This is a little bit more dependent. This is kind of just falls out of the mathematical core category where it's like, if they do this, you can 100% do this. It's almost 100% because it'll be frame 15 with your squat jump, right? So it'd be one frame that have to have like frame perfect. I don't even know what they could do at that point. Like that'd be pretty much frame perfect, at least maybe a spot dodge. So I don't think you can put your shield at frame 1. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they would be able to, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. So either way, if you can get a nair, and I've seen it happen, I've done it a ton of times myself. If you can get nair, you can get back air, and then knowing your low percent follow-ups can make a forward tilt by Pikachu, which seems like not that bad or not that unsafe for him to do, be devastating because it could be 40% or 50% or taking them across the entire stage and then off stage for a ledge trap situation, right? So very important to know these numbers. And it's like I said before, not just the smash attacks. One that is also really big, a lot of Pikachu players get away with. This is more so at mid-level play. At high and top level play, you probably already know a lot of this stuff. If you're someone who's watching this and you're like, okay, I'm on the cusp of PR, or I already am PR, you probably know this kind of stuff. Especially with these characters being super popular. I'm sure you fought your fair share of Pikachu, so you're probably well versed in the matchup. But with down air, this is a -16 move on shield this is after the second hit, because this move has 2 hits. There's the hitbox in the air, then also has the landing hitbox, which I don't know if it even shows it here. Yeah, right here. There's a landing hit. So when he lands, then it's -16 on shield. So -16 on shield, this is a big deal because a lot of players will try and punish once the first hit has hit shield, then they come down, hit the ground before you can do anything out of shield, and then you get put into a tech chase situation or knocked off stage. At mid percents, this can set up for tech chase situations that can turn into jab locks, they can turn into down tilts, they can turn into forward tilts just to get you off stage. Really depending on what this Pikachu player wants. It could even end up into a dash attack, which might even kill you. That's probably at a lot higher percent. But it's kind of a gimmick, kind of a just annoyance if you don't know about it. Kind of like how Falco's Fair has a landing hitbox. Once again, if you don't know about it, it feels like that character's fair is broken. But it's just a matter of knowing it. So let's take a look at this move and say, okay, if it's -16 on shield, what can we do to punish this? So if they cross you up, and this is one of those things too, I'm going to talk about from highest priority, or not priority, highest risk to lowest risk, okay? So the highest risk thing you could definitely go for in this case would be an up smash. And the reason why I say that's a high risk move is because this move does pancake. So it makes him very, very flat on the ground. And you could miss, right? And he could also cross you up and get behind you. So you could miss in that case as well. That'd be the best thing to go for as far as getting a kill if you're at high percent. Even at low percent, it's still not really worth the risk. Back air would be, obviously, if he's behind you, you could obviously land that. Once again, he can pancake, so you'd have to wait, which makes it very scary because you do have time to wait. Back air is frame 7 with the 3-frame jump squat, and this is a -16. This is -16 frames on shield, which means you do have 6 frames you can wait, which is literally 1/10 of a second. So literally blinking once. So being able to land that with a little bit of a delay, just based on your natural reaction time, you might have a delay anyway, so you might be able to land that. Realistically, your safest thing out of shield would probably be nair. Unless actually, I take it back. Nair and grab would be your safest things, realistically. Let me see. The reason why I say nair and grab is because nair, if they cross you up, you'll still have a hitbox behind you. Grab, obviously, it's frame 6. That's like your fastest thing out of shield, period. So that'll always be your fastest, not always your safest, because you might, if they cross you up and they get behind you, then they're probably going to get away for free. I think you could actually dare out of shield for this one. Let me see. dare. Frame 13. Yeah, it would be tied. So you could actually dare out a shield, and mathematically, it's the same frame. So it's minus 16 on shield, dare is frame 16 out of shield, and there's nothing that they could do to escape this. So if they ever do this, if you know that Joker sends his opponent the same direction that he's facing when he does his dare, you won't get crossed up and be like, oh, I didn't know they were going to go to the left. I thought they were going to go to the right, and then you dash the wrong way and you can't follow up. If you know, for example, they're going to go to the right, you can hit them with dare, potentially get a dash attack. If you're fast enough, potentially get a, also depending on the DI, if the DI down and away or just away, you might be able to get a jab lock. Very wishful thinking against Pikachu, but it could happen. But these are the types of things that's like, okay, a new world is being opened up to you when you just know for a fact, and we can stick with the dare. If they do down air on your shield, you can dare out a shield every single time. It's frame perfect, but that's why the buffer system is there. In some cases, it's really annoying, but this is one of the cases where you can just buffer a down air at a shield, and it'll work every single time. And then that's on you to know your follow-ups afterwards. So we've talked a lot about things that are unsafe on shield. I want to talk about some stuff that is safe on shield. When it comes to Pikachu, this is where it's kind of a little bit misleading. A lot of his aerials are considered to be unsafe on shield, and like I had mentioned at the beginning as well, they are unsafe if they land on shield. This is not taking into consideration his movement and being able to drift, hit your shield a few times and then back up, or drift and cross you up on shield and then even go far enough past you so that you can't back her at a shield or up smash or whatever they're trying to avoid. All right. So, for example, here we have -7 on shield. Pretty safe. You could get grabbed if you're playing as Pikachu, or you could grab this Pikachu, but only if he lands in front of you. If you try and do nair, up smash, dare, back air, anything else, they'll be able to shield, spot dodge, or jump away before you can do anything. So you don't really want to mess with this move. You have to absolutely know for sure that they're going to land in front of you, and then you can go for a grab. That's literally all you can do. Let me see. Smash attacks, don't really care about that. It's obviously unsafe. Let me see. I think we talked about down tilt already. Yeah, that's the only real thing, is where you have to it's when it comes to learning this matchup, just be very well aware, where you can take a look at these numbers and just know that it actually truly means if they land on shield. Because a lot of this stuff, even dare, I'll even say dare is a move that, like, they can fade in on you, touch your shield with the first hit, and then fade back to a point where you would not be able to grab them. You could only up smash them, or you could only nair them, right? So just knowing, like, okay, they have to genuinely land on shield, and it has to be very obvious. And that's the thing too, is if you're going for these punishes that are in fact very obvious, your punish game will once again be better, because you're not getting cheesed by missing random stuff that's like, well, I thought that was going to work, but they barely misspaced, or I barely misjudged their spacing, and they got away for free. Especially if you're fighting a character like Pikachu, where every potential punish that you can get is super important, because you don't get a lot of chances to hit this character at all, let alone combo them. And for Joker, his combo game really does come from either stray hits with a nair into a grab, or just getting a raw grab. That's what he's going to want the most. But yeah, I know I kind of just did it as if you were Joker for this entire video. There are some things on the flip side we can go over a little bit just quickly with Joker. I don't want to get super intensely in depth with both sides of the coin, as far as like if you were playing as Pikachu or if you're playing as Joker. But let's just see really quickly. I can at least give you some advice on forward tilt, or not even just forward tilt, but like Joker's moves that are considered to be certain types of moves. Joker's forward tilt is a move that you want to use to punish something that was clearly unsafe, but is based on spacing, not based on hitting your shield, because you don't really want to drop your shield then forward tilt. You could, but that's also like a frame 19 option, which is not very good, especially since you have moves that are way better, way faster, and they can lead into combos rather than just forward tilt, which is going to hit your opponent away. You want to use forward tilt more so if your opponent whiffs something right in front of you, and you're going to use your movement to accomplish that or get them to do that. So if you're dashing back and forth, doing your empty hops, whatever it might be, and they whiff a grab, or they whiff a dash attack, or they land in front of you with like a nair and they try and down tilt and you've just dashed back, that's when you do like a turnaround to forward tilt just to hit them away. Also, you want to use this move a ton on the ledge. I know this is not really a frame data specific thing, but just a little bonus info. This move you want to use more so on the ledge. Ledge trapping, because it is very quick. You can catch rolls with it. You can catch neutral get up attack. Sometimes you can catch jump. I honestly prefer to go with fair or try and go for a raw bear if you absolutely know they're going to jump. Especially if you've conditioned them on the ledge anyways, because they're afraid of getting forward tilted a bunch of times. They're probably going to try and jump to get around that, or they're going to get up onto the stage. Neutral get up, shield, then jump. So probably go for a back air or a fair in that situation. But yeah, this is not a move that you want to just throw out. It's a decent, like, here's the thing. He's literally poking with his dagger, but this is not necessarily the best poking tool, because if you do happen to hit shield, it's not safe. Minus 15 or minus 11 on shield. Not safe. So if you're right up against someone and you do that, you're going to probably get taken for a ride. Whereas if you're going with back air, for example, I think it's minus 4 on shield. Let me find it. Minus 5. Minus 5 on shield. This is a much better poking tool. It keeps you mobile. You can move around. You can space with it. If you potentially hit them, you can get a kill. You can get them off stage. A lot of players, and that's one of those things that's huge too. This is a move that is outrageously safe on shield. Minus 5 means it cannot be hit by like anything. It can get hit by true input rising tackle by Terry out of shield. It can get hit by Mario and Dr. Mario up B out of shield, which is frame 3. Lucina up B and Martha up B, which is frame 5. Diddy up smash, which is frame 5. I'm trying to think what else. There are some moves where there's like a little bit of like an asterisk beside it where it's actually not fast enough to hit this, but it would still reach, like Breath of the Wild Link's up B out of shield is frame 7, so it's technically 2 frames too slow, but it is able to reach him just based on the range, unless he spaces this super far away and doesn't even touch your shield. And if that happens to happen and then he throws out, I don't know, you throw out your up B playing as Link, he can just turn around and forward tilt you then, or he can jump over top of you with a nair or a dare, hit you off stage, get a combo. So you have to be very careful in that situation. But yeah, this is a move, if you're going to do poking at all, you're much better at poking with back air than you are with forward tilt. Down tilt, and this is one of those ones that's kind of strange as well. If you properly space down tilt, technically, that would be doing it very close to your opponent's shield, so if you happen to miss, you'll cross them up. Whereas if you're very far away, and you try and hit them with like the end of down tilt, and you land right in front of them, this is a nightmare waiting to happen. Yes, you low profile, because you're obviously on the ground, but this is up smash out of shield, this is up B out of shield, this is getting grabbed. A lot of bad stuff can happen, so be careful with this move. A lot of players like to throw this out at the ledge, just to like, or like if you're like recovering, just throw it out to like get underneath approaches or like any ledge traps. But if someone's sitting at like roll distance and you do this into them, you're probably dead, or at least getting knocked back off stage. So you gotta be careful with that. But anyways, guys, I could go on and on and on with this video. I think we're gonna be around like 24, 25 minutes at the end of this. But yeah, I just want to go over this different style of video. Let me know what you guys think of this. Also want to give a shout out to Ultimate Frame Data. I'm pretty sure they have a Twitter as well. I'm going to hook that up in the description below. I'll also put it on the screen as well. Definitely go give them a follow. These guys, like, this is, I don't know what you consider this to be. This is not a Nintendo run website. This website is just out of the goodness of somebody's heart. They've just decided to do all of this stuff and put out the information for free. So definitely go check this out. Drop them a follow. Let them know MoS sent you there. Just say, hey, what's up? Definitely appreciate all the hard work that they did. I'm pretty sure that when Byleth dropped, they had all of Byleth's frame data with hitboxes and animations and everything up. I think it was in 4 days, something like that, which is insane, because I don't even know where they get this stuff from. They just do it, which is insane. So huge shout outs to them. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. Drop a like. And once again, this is Trixx from MoS Smash saying thanks for watching the video.